This is the Glock 20 Gen 4 10mm. This is personally my first Glock, so this is going to be the first initial impressions and unboxing. Open up the case, you got the gun, check that it's not loaded. It's not loaded. One of the first things that I noticed is the big mag release. Super easy to find, super easy to press. I like it a lot. The mag just slides out there. Obviously, if you're doing a tack reload, it will slide out faster, but I like that feature a lot. The Glock 20 comes with 3 15-round mags. This one has just a cheap speed reloader, but it does a pretty good job. The thing that I bought this for really is for the customizability. Glocks have never fit in my hand properly, and since you get 4 back straps, obviously there's only 3 here. I've had this gun about a week, so I've already installed one. I installed the thinner beaver tail back strap. For me, I have big hands. I like to get as high up in there as I can, and that thinner beaver tail really allows me to do that. You can see on my hands where it kind of leads up to and how I hold it, things like that. The thing to notice with the back straps is that when you first get the gun, the smaller pin will be pre-installed in there since there will be no back strap. There is a larger pin on this side that comes with the back straps that already is installed here that you want to put in once you put in these back straps. The smaller pin is small enough to hold it, but you want the longer pin to be able to hold both these tabs in that you've added in there in that back strap. So great customizability feature. You get the cleaning rod. You just screw it in and you got your cleaning rod. Typical gun lock. I have a safe, so I probably won't be using it, but for those who don't, it's good to have. Underneath here is the manual, warranty, safety information, NRA, flyer. If you like to keep your guns, join the NRA. For the manual, they have color for warning, caution, notice. The pictures aren't really colored unless you have a red kind of arrow or circle trying to point something out in the diagram with the passage to the side. Like I said, this is my first Glock, and the manual is actually pretty good. I read all my manuals for any gun that I own. I think it's just a good way to get to know your gun better. And I suggest that everyone does it, but to each their own. We will put this stuff to the side. So the reason I bought the 10mm is mainly for camping, hiking, and outdoors here in Colorado. It's for personal protection against 4-legged animals. I'm not a hunter. I'm just going to carry it for protection for myself or whoever I'm with. I wanted something bigger than a 9mm. That's my everyday carry, is a 9mm. If you don't know the difference between the two, here's a 9mm and a 10mm. The 10mm is on the right, the 9mm is on the left. The 9mm here is 124 grain, the 10mm is a 180 grain. You can see the difference in width and height. So I wanted a bigger bullet to carry while I'm out there. Reason I chose the Glock 20 rather than the shorter barreled Glock 29 is I felt with the bigger bullet I wanted a full size to be able to control better. Glock 29 would be nice to carry hiking and things like that since it's smaller, but I wanted the full size. So I'm glad I went with the full size. Getting back to the gun, since this is my first Glock, it's harder for me to take off the slide rather than Springfield or Smith & Wesson or SIG, anything like that. But exactly what we will do here. And there's the slide and frame. Obviously you get the Gen 4 dual recoil spring system, and then the barrel comes out easily. I clean and oil all of my new guns or any gun that I get. I think this one came in pretty dry from the factory, so it is a heavy slide, as it should be for a bigger bullet like the 10mm. But honestly, this is super easy to rack. Very easy to rack. So there's no problems there. The finish, you can see it's duller on top and it's a blacker on the bottom. For me, I like it for the purpose of, since I am hiking and camping with it, rather than have a stainless or a shiny slide where I can attract attention from an animal. It's dull. So the grips are very grippy. I like them a lot. They seem to be something that I will keep on there. I'm a Talon grip guy, and I don't think that I will buy Talon grips just yet. That was my first thought, but once I go take this shooting, for me, I think this is very grippy and I like it. So it'll probably stay that way. Obviously the frame is thicker, the slide is thicker, since it's that 10 mil round. The sights are plastic, typical U white for the rear and then a front white tip. A lot of people say you should change it out for metal ones. I won't, I don't think. For what I'm using for, it's not a daily gun. It is just gonna be for camping. So I can see it in low light. In terms of low light, I also bought a flashlight for it. This is the Streamlight TLR1 HL. Super easy to install. 1,000 lumens. Like that fact that it's very bright. You just screw this down, screw it in. The thing about the Glock 20s though, it was a hard time finding holsters with flashlights for Glock 20s. So I went with this R&R holster. Wasn't too bad. It was about 45 bucks. Fits in there nice and snug. Good for belt loop. Carry on the outside of your waistband. I will put both of these products in the description below. But for me, I think it's going to be a great camping gun. My initial impression is that I like it a lot. It may actually turn me more into a Glock guy since I can customize the back strap to my hand. The sights are actually easier for me to see than typical Springfield ones or SIG ones that I have. So I will be taking it out shooting. I will put another video probably reviewing that. Thanks for stopping by.